Hello, and welcome to the Visionless Designs YouTube channel, the channel where you get to see what I can't. So today I'll be revisiting the bucket of Danish oil and dunking things into it. I attempted it previously with some coasters. Yeah, went well, sure. Check out that previous video if you'd like. So the problem last time was I got recommended to leave the coasters, which one sec, hey, knock them over, hey. Here they are, here's the finished coasters. So I dropped these into the bucket and left them there for, one lot was about 72 hours, and then another lot was 24, and yeah, it was far too long. Just put that away as I get ready to do more. Wait. So the problem was, they wouldn't really dry out because obviously they were completely soaked throughout, because obviously these are end grain and quite thin. And then when they did dry out, which I had to put them in my kiln to dry out, they also, when they were left out in the sun, because the amount of oil that was in them started bubbling out. So we're going to retry it now on some candle holders that I've got here. And going to try them for 20 minutes and then see how that goes now. So just put this big coaster back in the old box. Right, here we go. So here we go. It's going to be nice, just drop all these in and see how these go. These are again softwood. Dunk that in, swirl it around. Softwood coasters. In you go. Whoop. Yeah, in you go. There we go. Swirly swirl. And so just making sure they go in and give them a good coating round. Make sure they're not floating and without any oil on them. A good swirl. Whoop. Get you in. Come on. There we go. Right. That's them in. And then right. Yep, that's all of them. Right. So we'll see how this goes now. Let's give them a bit of a swirl. Again. In. And we'll come back in 20 minutes and see how this does. So it's been about 25 minutes, so let's crack this open. Sure, I'm going to crack it open somewhere. And see how this is. You go there. So hopefully these are looking nice. So get the old rag. There we go. Right, so obviously they've been soaking in, but they're going to be quite caked in oil, so just going to wipe them down with a lint-free cloth. So there's not so much oil on it. So just do a couple of these and then we'll speed things up. Don't need to watch me do this for every single one. But the point of this is, if we leave too much on, obviously it's going to be all sticky. So it should have had enough to soak through. I'll put that in there. There we go. I've got a garden sieve here, same as I did last time, just for it to all drip out of. There we go. There we go. That squeeze. And right, yep. So So that's all them done now. So obviously, see how those going. Gonna make sure to keep draining the lint-free cloth as you go, because obviously you're wiping off oil. It's just gonna keep getting caked up. Yeah, also make sure that you have a nice good surface to work on that's nice and dust free, just in case some of the things jump out your hands, because you know they can be quite lively sometimes. That you know, they just want to run away. So yeah, just consider that. So we'll come back tomorrow and see how they've taken it this time. I'm a lot more confident that it's going to work better now. I quite like the thought of this method because, well, for me it means I can't miss any treatment on it. It's definitely going to be treated, and it's nice and quick, especially if I've got 100 odd coasters or candle holders to do. So we'll come back tomorrow and see how this goes. So we've left it probably like 18 hours now. Left them overnight basically, and here they are. They're nice and dry now. The problem I had with the coasters is when we did it, they were still really slimy a couple of days after. So I had to put them in the kiln to dry them out, which I would not really recommend. Yeah, so these should be, just give them a few days to air out, so the fumes dissipate. And yeah, they'll be going up. Yeah, I think I'll stick to doing it this way again. So 20 minutes in the bucket versus 24 hours. I think it's perfectly fine for these. Again, they're really small. It's end grade, so they're going to be taking in a lot of oil anyway. So yeah, forgot to mention one thing on the previous video I did on the coasters. So of course, where the oil had bubbled, it went hard, and I had to sand that down on both sides, and that ended up being quite pale. I just to get the colour right, I just did a quick wipe with a bit of oil, and that resolved that, gave the colour back. Obviously, it didn't take off that much oil. So I couldn't have gone that deep into it, because the oil would have gone in quite a bit away in them. But yeah, just so that they were fine. They were fine. I'm mumbling a bit now. Should probably stop now. So yeah, 20 minutes in the bucket is good. Obviously, if you got even just doing them by hand would have taken quite a while versus just dunking them in oil and leaving them. Yeah, highly recommend doing it this method. Of course, I was using Danish oil, but you could obviously do this with any of the oils like linseed as well. So yeah, I'd give it a go. If you want to speed up your work, if you've got lots to do. Obviously, got to make sure that you get all the dust off anything before you put it in the bucket. Otherwise, the oil's going to be getting quite dirty over time. And also, you want to make sure that the stuff you're putting in is definitely dry, because otherwise, over time, there's going to be water seeping out of these into your bucket. It's going to be contaminating things more and more over time. So make sure your wood's dry, make sure it's clean, and then do that method. Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and then let them dry on something like, I've been using this sieve here. You don't want to be stacking them on top of each other like that, because otherwise they're not going to dry very well, because there's no way of the, I think like when you're drying your plates and that, you don't want to be stacking them on top of each other, otherwise the air can't get to those areas and dry them out. Because on these, I put the hole pointing down, just in case there's any oil any oil in there, so it all just drips out. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you found this interesting. These will be going up on the Etsy site pretty soon. It might even already be on Etsy by the time you see this video. So yeah, check out my website, visionlessdesigns.com, where you'll find links to the Etsy store, Facebook page and Instagram page. Links are also in the description below. Hope to see you in future videos, and don't forget, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. Thanks very much, see you in future videos.